Hello guys and happy birthday Sakusa! I'm sorry for the time between uploads. I promise it's not because I'm procrastinating. I've just been working on writing a new video. I did put that on hold earlier this week though, so I could quickly whip this one up. I promise this channel isn't only SakuAtsu. The next video will be a different ship. I promise. I promise. There is a couple mentions of yen in this video, so if you don't already know how to convert it, basically 100 yen is around $1, so 500 yen would be $5, and 10,000 yen would be $100, and so on. I really appreciate you guys being patient with me. On top of writing the new video and participating in a bunch of other events, things are just kinda slow. As always, concept art will be at the end of the video, so stick around for that, and enjoy!
Supportive Libero and Ing Older are typing. Guys, Sakusa's birthday is Saturday. Guys, do you know what's happening this month? Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Yikes. Ha 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 ha. Great going. Boyfriend of the Year award. You're doing fantastic. Are we surprised? That's gotta hurt. Bah ha 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 at Sakishima. That's embarrassing. Guys, wait. Yikes emoji. How are you going to defend yourself on this one? Haha. This is mean crying emoji. Do you want to try again? Let me defend myself. He's never told me. But I overheard him and Komori talking about something happening this month. That was like 2 weeks ago. You just now decided to ask about it. It's 5 days away. I forgot about it until now. You're stupid. As if you guys knew either. I knew. I knew. I knew. I knew. Why did you know? IDK. I hate all of you. What do I do? You're so stupid. Drive up there obviously. Get him a present, you idiot. Be a good boyfriend. Shut up, snake looking ass. Haha. You shut up. Let's try to work this out. We need to salvage this as quickly as possible. Nah, he's done for. Yeah. Pensive face. Why are you guys acting like it's such a big deal? It's okay, I just didn't know. I just have to speedrun this. Good luck. I have a plan. What's your plan, Hinata? This'll be good. Tell him you forgot and apologize. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. I can't do that, you idiot. OMFG. Ha 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 ha. What was wrong with apologizing? Why are you guys blowing up my phone? Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Dart. Haha. Kick him. Supportive Libero kicked Sakusa from the group chat. Oh my god. That just made this worse. Well, we couldn't have him backreading. He's totally gonna think you're suspicious. No. You idiot. Rip. It's over for you. Everyone stop typing. Listen to me. I can't listen to you, we're texting. Shut up. Here's what we're gonna do. Sakusa is not going to find out his own boyfriend didn't know about his birthday. But I know more than half of us didn't know either. I knew. Shut up. And it is our duty, as his friends. I doubt he sees any of you guys as friends. It is our duty, as his acquaintances, to get him a present. I'm not getting Sakusa a present. Komori. What? What is something Sakusa would want for his birthday? Last time I asked him, he said peace and quiet. We can't afford that. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Horizontal ellipsis. Last time I visited, he was talking about how he needed a new jacket. Oh. Yeah, he said he usually wears his Itachi one, but that he wants to get a good one to wear in public. Like he ever goes out in public. Why don't I ever hear about these things? At least you knew when his birthday was. Yeah. PLZ. Then we'll get him a jacket. What kind should we get him? Ooh. I've always wanted a parka. This isn't about you. I was saying we should get him a parka. That's for cold weather though, isn't it? It's March. He can use it in winter. That's more of a Christmas gift, Hinata. What's a jacket he can wear all the time? A puffy one. He could wear a windbreaker. Like a more thin one. A thin windbreaker. Ooh, he would like that. Me in an oversized windbreaker, heart eyes. Why are we heart eyeing? Because it's hot. He would look the same. Yeah, well, Suna looks the same whenever he wears that turtleneck, yet you can't stop staring. Hey, did I lie? Yes. Atsumu, find a windbreaker Sakusa would like later and send the link. Okay. Atsumu sets his phone down on his nightstand and stands up from his bed, stretching. He moves across the carpet, opening the door and peeking into his brother's room from across the hall. He can see the vague shape of a tuft of silver hair peeking out from underneath the covers. He stands outside the room. Samu. Go away, I'm sleeping. You were just active in the group chat. Yeah, well, now I'm not. Go away. His face is pointed towards the wall and the covers move to shield his whole head. Atsumu walks fully into his brother's room. I want you to go to the store with me. And I want you to go away. Come to the store with me, goddammit. It's 7 p.m. Atsumu groans, and shoves a notebook off the desk next to him. It lands with a thud. Osamu whips the cover from off of his head and turns to look at what made the sound. Put that back. Then come to the store with me. Didn't Oikawa say to find something online? Do that. Yeah, but I don't know if it will arrive before Saturday. So I want to just find one in person. You're stupid. Osamu lies back down. Good night. Atsumu knocks another notebook off the desk. Damn it, leave my stuff alone. 2 more thumps can be heard. Osamu jumps out of bed, lunging at Atsumu and knocking him over into the hallway. Atsumu falls with a hiss, and then shoves his hands in Osamu's face in an attempt to pry him off. Go to the store with me. It's too late. I'm going to bed. Well, you just got out of it. So come with me now. Osamu grunts, releasing the shirt in his hands suddenly, making Atsumu's head fall against the floor. He stands up, wiping the non-existent dust from his shirt. You're a pain in the ass. So you'll come with me. Fine, whatever. As long as I get to bed by 9. Atsumu heaves himself up. Make it 9:30 and we got a deal. Ugh. Osamu makes his way down the hall, pushing Atsumu in the process and heading downstairs. Full stop. Atsumu and Osamu find themselves wandering the sidewalks of a street not too far from their own. There are small businesses lined up on either side of them, most of them getting ready to turn off their lights for the night. What are you going to get him? Maybe a cool pencil or something. Osamu's expression flattens in disbelief. Are you joking? Of course I'm joking. But like, I was thinking of a promise ring or a bracelet or something, but Omi doesn't like accessories that get in the way. And stuff like that would have to get taken off before practice. I know. Get him an ear piercing. He would kill me. That's what'd make it funny. Atsumu hits Osamu in the back of the head. Ouch. They make a right and stop at the entrance of a small athletics store that they frequent. Atsumu opens the door and then deliberately tries to close it behind him, but Osamu stops it with his foot, prying it open and walking in after Atsumu. A worker, upon hearing the bell ring, peeks out from an aisle. Welcome. We're closing in half an hour. Atsumu walks past them to make his way towards the clothing section and Osamu nods at the employee as he follows. Atsumu starts to browse, flipping through racks of compression shirts and unfolding sweatpants. After a couple minutes Osamu realizes Atsumu has gotten completely caught up in looking at the new products that he's probably forgotten why they came in the first place. He turns back to look for the worker, finding them an aisle down from where they were before, restocking boxes of shoes. Hey! The employee looks up from the shelf in front of them and smiles at Osamu. You guys have windbreakers here? Windbreakers. The employee seems to ponder for a moment, setting down the boxes in their arms before their expression brightens up. We should. We just got a new shipment the other day, actually. They start to make their way out of the aisle, leaving the bright orange shoe boxes on the ground behind them. They gesture for Osamu to follow, and he does. He's led to a section in the back, where 2 white racks of jackets sit. There's also a shelf next to the racks, with long-sleeve shirts folded inside. Any windbreakers would be here, there's not a lot but we actually got quite a few nicer ones. The employee takes a moment to sift through the second rack, pulling out a hanger. On it, dangles a bright cyan and magenta windbreaker. They hand it to Osamu. This brand is my personal favorite. It's a bit fuzzier on the inside, which people have come to like for skiing trips and stuff like that. Layered, obviously. They take a step back as Osamu inspects the jacket, feeling the inside of the hood. It's not what they're looking for, in terms of casual wear for Sakusa, but upon feeling the quality he considers buying for himself another time. Is there anything else I can help you with? No, this is all I needed. Thank you. He glances down to the name tag on their uniform. Akayo. The worker, Akayo, looks startled for a second, before glancing down at their shirt and looking back up to Osamu. No problem. Let me know if there's anything else. They then turn, making their way, presumably, back to the shoe section. Osamu puts the windbreaker in his hand back on the rack and makes his way to the front of the clothing section, where Atsumu is still stretching the collars of various t-shirts and comparing colors. Hey, idiot. Atsumu looks up, putting the maroon shirt back on the hanger in front of him. While you were deciding if you would look better in red or purple, I found where the windbreakers are. Do you want to get something for your boyfriend or not? Oh yeah, I forgot. Osamu rolls his eyes. Atsumu begins to walk forwards and Osamu turns, leading them to the corner of the store. Once there, Atsumu begins flipping through the various jackets hung up, making scrunched up faces at ones he doesn't like. Osamu observes, and after a couple seconds, asks, what colors would he like? Probably black. Right? Atsumu is practically dating the color charcoal. Osamu goes to look at the second rack. For a minute neither of the brothers have much luck, as most of the windbreakers or jackets are either fuzzy or bright neons. But once Osamu nears the end his hand stops on a particular jacket. He removes it from the pole, only to find two jackets on one hanger, one over the other. He removes the first jacket, and underneath, the one actually on the hanger, dangles a color block black and dark yellow windbreaker. Atsumu. Atsumu turns from his rack and immediately zeroes in on the jacket in Osamu's hand. He quickly throws the bright green fabric he was looking at aside, grabbing the windbreaker from Osamu. Whoa. This is. He flips the hood inside out, feeling the fabric and then holding it up to his own body for size comparison. He smiles. This is perfect. Osamu glances at the purple winter jacket in his other hand, then turns back to Atsumu. Yeah. How much is it? Atsumu searches for the price tag, finding it at the hem of the windbreaker and checking it. 13,000 yen. About as much as a good one usually is. Atsumu starts to contemplate, and Osamu can see the second guessing run through his brother's head. This is supposed to be from everyone, right? It won't be that much if we split it up. How many people will pitch in? Not sure. Atsumu takes out his phone from his hoodie pocket, opening up the group chat. Volleyball Fanatics GC. Hey, who all is planning on helping buy the jacket? I am. Me? I'll help. If it's not a lot. I can try. I can. Nice one, I'm not doing that. Rolling eyes. It's supposed to be from all of us, isn't it? I have like 0.3 yen. How in the world do you have 0.3 yen? I can help. Probably. I am able to donate. Good joke. I will. I can, too. Maybe. I'll contribute. Big words, bro. Thank you, bro. I'm already getting him my own thing, but I'll help if you need it. I'm able to help a bit. I can. Anything to help out a relationship. I'll try. I hope you're 100 yen short. Did you find one? Yeah, hold on. Image attached. That's definitely his vibe. How much is it? 13,000 yen. Oh, that's not bad at all. I thought it was going to be 100,000 yen or something. If it's only 13,000 yen, that's like 500 yen between all of us. Expensive. Do you seriously not have 500 yen? What are you spending your money on? There's this YouTuber I like, and if you pay for their membership you get a bunch of cool things. Hold on, let me show you. Never mind, I don't want to hear about your irresponsible spending habits. So we can just like PayPal you and you can buy it, right? Oh, yeah, I could. Are you guys able to on such short notice? It's 500 yen, we'll be fine. Send your PayPal. Osamu and Atsumu stare at the phone in front of their faces until several notifications start making themselves known on the screen. One after another, donations of 500 yen flood in. What if I just took this money and ran with it? You absolutely will not. Only 2 minutes later they have well over the 13,000 yen needed, and Atsumu starts frantically begging the group chat to stop sending money. The twins walk up to the counter, at the front of the store. Atsumu lays the windbreaker down on the wood in front of them, and the employee compliments the color of it as she swipes the barcode across the scanner. Atsumu pays, and soon enough they're walking out the front door, now with a new jacket. This time Osamu forcefully holds the door open as they exit. The sky has grown to be a dark purple, slowly fading to a bluish black across the street. 9:30, remember that. Yeah. They walk along the sidewalk, browsing the various shops surrounding them. Every once in a while Atsumu will want to go in one, and Osamu will have to tug his brother by the sleeve and remind him that this shopping trip isn't about him. A couple minutes later they come to a stop at a very small jewelry shop. The sign is navy blue with matte gold lettering. Atsumu wants to touch it. He steps forwards, eyeing the poster on the display window next to him. We've got 20 minutes. You're gonna bother these poor employees 20 minutes before closing time. Let's come back tomorrow. No. You're only saying that because you wanna get to bed earlier. Osamu sighs, not really having a comeback because it's true. They both step into the store. A faint jingle is heard as the door opens. It's a small space, big enough to hold display cases along the walls, a couple countertops holding jewelry, and a register in the corner. The floor is plated with sleek cream-colored tiles, probably just mopped. And the walls are smooth, dark brown wood with lines of gold running through the strands. Welcome. A voice behind the register greets. It's a short, old lady with long, curly silver hair. She smiles at Atsumu and Osamu. They nod. How about you go ahead and tell her what you're looking for so you don't get distracted this time? Atsumu flashes a sharp, disapproving look before immediately giving in and walking up to the counter. The lady smiles, and Atsumu takes a deep inhale of air. I want to get something for my partner. But I'm wanting it to be, like, something that won't get too much in the way. They work out a lot. The lady hums. She kneels down, grabbing a piece of cardstock from underneath the counter before bringing it up, setting it down on the glass in front of them. What's your price range? Maybe 2,000 yen to 10,000 yen. Osamu leans over, hissing in Atsuma's ear. 10,000 yen. Atsumu leans back. I had it saved up for a surprise anniversary or something. This one came first. You could have bought most of the jacket yourself. That's a present from you guys, not me. You're a terrible person and boyfriend. They glance at the lady in front of them, who has her palms splayed along the counter, looking at the two expectantly. They immediately lean away from each other. Sorry. She smiles, taking a breath before beginning. If your partner is active a lot, then you won't want something too expensive. She glides her fingernail down the cardstock, which has various items, descriptions, prices, jewels, crystals, you name it, printed on it. And if you're looking for something that won't get in the way, but they can wear. She flips the paper over. She scans the words on it for a moment before moving from her position behind the counter, opening the small gate in front of her and entering the shop area. She gestures to Atsumu and Osamu to follow. They make their way to the other side of the store, where the lady stops at a display case. Inside the lit case, simple, shiny necklaces rest upon black velvet necks. Atsumu steps closer, inspecting the necklaces. One is silver and one is gold. They're both made up of tiny link chains. The good thing about these, the lady continues, opening the glass doors, is that they are only about 6,000 yen. But they're real silver and gold, and hold up well. She delicately takes the necklaces out, resting them on a counter behind them. They'd be very good as a first. And matching. She smiles. Atsumu picks the gold one up gently. It's light and loose, it wouldn't strangle you while you're active, and also would be easy to hide underneath a shirt if need be. The silver and gold contrast brings a warmth to his heart, and the thought of him sharing these chains with someone he's loved more than he's ever loved before makes him giddy. He almost feels an instant connection. Yeah, he says, placing it back down. He looks at the woman, smiling. I like these ones. No more than 5 minutes later they are stepping out the door, a huge grin plastered on Atsumu's face. He turns to his brother. You think he's gonna like it? He'll probably think it's stupid. Atsumu's smile starts to fall and Osamu immediately slaps his back. I'm joking. He'll love it. The grin returns, and as they walk Atsumu peeks inside the navy blue bag. Which one will he get? Well, I was thinking the silver one, at first. Because it's more his style. But he looks up at the sky, splattered with glowing stars, before looking back down at his purchase. I think I'll give him the gold one. 'Cause it's more me. So it's like we'll be wearing each other all the time. Osamu shakes his head, staring at the sidewalk ahead of him. You're such a sap. Full stop. The rest of the week seems to go by in a flash, and before he knows it Atsumu is 20 minutes away from his boyfriend's house on a cool, dry Saturday. He was dropped off a bit ago, and is now walking down a Tokyo sidewalk. He told Komori he'd be coming, and asked him to make sure Sakusa wouldn't be busy by the time Atsumu got there. Komori informed him that Sakusa is very adamant about not celebrating his birthday, and that it would be a miracle if he was doing anything other than watching a volleyball game in his room or folding laundry, which Atsumu had found out he likes to do on Saturdays. He found his boyfriend's need for routine almost admirable. He just usually did his laundry when he was running out of things to wear. He glances down at the duffel bag gripped in his fingers. In it, the group chat's windbreaker and the 2 necklaces. Atsumu can only hope Sakusa will like the gifts, and maybe even express it. Soon, Atsumu finds himself in front of a tall, traditional-style white house with dark seafoam-colored accents. It's much more extravagant and bigger than Atsumus, and he quickly realizes he's never visited before. He takes a couple deep breaths before swinging the duffel bag around his shoulder and stepping through the entrance the short walls around the house had made for him, onto the scattered stone pathway. The small front yard looks as if it had been freshly cut, not a single flower was seen. He brings his fist up, takes another breath, assessing the rapid pounding of his heart inside his chest, and firmly knocks on the front door. There's a beat of silence. Everything around Atsumu feels like it's gone completely still, and he immediately starts second-guessing his decision, wondering if he should turn and make a run for it. Before the silent air is interrupted by the faint tapping of shoes on the other side of the door. Atsumu freezes. There's no running now. The sound of a lock clattering is heard for a second before the door in front of Atsumu is slowly swung open. On the other side stands a tall woman, maybe only a few inches shorter than Atsumu. She has wiry, dark hair tucked back into a bun. Her eyes are a dark cyan and moles litter her face. Atsumu has to take a moment to process when she opens her mouth. Yes. You I'm here Sakusa. The lady quirks her head, scanning Atsumu's face before something seems to wash over her. Wait, hold on, are you? She squints her eyes, looking up and down at Atsumu. What's your name? The look of the lady in front of him feels hotter than a bonfire. He feels like with just her glance he's being taken apart and judged for every minuscule deformity. Atsumu. Miya. Atsumu Miya. You play volleyball, yes? You're on a team. I think I recognize you. Oh yes. I play for Inarizaki. I'm also Sakusa's friend. Atsumu decides to refrain from saying boyfriend, in suspicion Sakusa hasn't told his family he's gay, or that he even had any friends to begin with. The lady seems to think for another moment before her eyes widen. Dart? Yes. I remember now. You're the one with the twin who plays against my son. He always looks so happy when he comes home from a match with your team. Well, as happy as a Kyumi can look. Are you who he's texting all the time? Oh, I knew he had made a new friend, but he always avoids the subject when I bring it up. It's so nice meeting you. She extends her hand and Atsumu hesitantly shakes it as she steps aside, widening the door. Come in, come in. Atsumu walks inside the house, immediately noticing and admiring the interior. It's nice, and maintained. It's not as traditional as the exterior of the house, but it still has elements and feels way too expensive for someone like him to be standing in. He shrugs his shoes off and takes the slippers the lady hands to him. She moves past as he slides them on. Kiyumi. You have a visitor. Atsumu looks up from his feet, grip tightening on the straps of his bag. The air feels thicker than it already was, anticipation building up inside his stomach. His heart beats even faster than it did outside, and Atsumu just has to wish the woman across from him can't hear it through his chest. And then, the pitter-patter of descending footsteps. Atsuma's eyes train on the exit of the stairway in front of him. Suddenly, black curls make themselves known as they appear from out of the corner. Sakusa finally lands at the bottom of the stairs, in the hallway where Atsumu and the lady, who, Atsumu can assume is Sakusa's mother at this point, stands. Sakusa looks to his mother, before his head turns towards the door, at Atsumu. His gaze is pinched when he looks over, but the moment realization hits him is evident by the shock that replaces it. Atsumu. Atsumu grins. Happy birthday. Sakusa's mouth falls open, and he whips his head to his mother in shock, and then back to Atsumu, then back to his mother, and then staying on Atsumu. What are you doing here? Atsumu wills his body to take a step forward. I just said happy birthday, didn't I? I came here to surprise ya. Did you know about this? Not a clue, he just showed up. Sakusa takes a moment to just stand there, staring at the wall, before he turns, walking towards Atsumu. Atsumu smiles, but it quickly changes to surprise when Sakusa opens his arms, embracing Atsumu tightly. Atsumu immediately hugs back. Atsumu can't quite see clearly through the mess of curls on the shoulder his head is resting on, but he's sure he can make out a shocked expression take over the mother's face, too. I brought you presents. Sakusa nods, leaning back and letting go of Atsumu. Sakusa is a naturally cold individual, but Atsumu can feel the warmth of the hug leave his body as Sakusa takes a step back. We'll be up in my room. All right, but come down later, okay? I'll make tea. Sakusa nods, walking over and stepping onto the stairs. He looks at Atsumu. Up here. Atsumu follows, smiling at Sakusa's mother before gripping onto the railing of the staircase, ascending. Your house is cool. Atsumu says, once the door is shut behind him and he's in Sakusa's room. It's normal. Sakusa replies, stepping away from the door. He turns around and engulfs Atsumu in another hug. This one is tighter, and more desperate, and lasts more than a couple of minutes. Atsumu is left to stand there, embracing him back, the duffel bag's weight becoming more and more noticeable as it hangs from his shoulder. They finally let go, sitting down on Sakusa's bed. Atsumu uses the moment to take in Sakusa's room. White walls, white sheets, a vacuumed carpet, organized surfaces, a couple posters here and there. The faint scent of lavender fills the air. It's almost exactly how Atsumu imagined it, and he likes that. It really does feel like Sakusa. I missed you. Atsumu turns his head, sliding the bag off his shoulders and onto his lap. He smiles. I missed you too, that's why I came. Sakusa's face flushes a light pink and he averts his eyes from Atsuma's gaze. Well, for your birthday too. Speaking of which, he grabs the black zipper and begins to pull it along the length of the bag. He sets it on the ground, and then reaches in to pull out a crudely wrapped present. It's flimsy and the white inside of the wrapping paper is poking out at every corner. A silver store-bought bow is taped on the front of the black present. He hands it to Sakusa. I wrapped it myself. Sakusa takes it, letting out a breathy laugh of bewilderment. I can tell. Atsumu leans back on the bed, gesturing to the present. Open it. It's from the group chat. The whole group chat. The one I was kicked out of. Wait, you're still kicked. Oops. I'll add you back. Glad you just noticed. You never talk in it anyways. Sakusa looks down at the gift, hesitantly hovering his hand over one of the folded edges. I feel bad. Don't be, everyone was excited to get you something. Fingers grab onto the wrapping paper and pull back, delicately ripping the gift apart. Once a big enough hole is created, Sakusa reaches down, picking up the fabric that was revealed and holding it up. It unfolds in the air, displaying the oversized yellow and black windbreaker. Atsumu grins. You said you wanted a jacket, right? Sakusa brings the jacket closer, inspecting it. Oh wow. Do you like it? Sakusa unzips it, feeling the inside fabric and then turns it around to analyze the back of the jacket. Yeah, He brings it down, it piling in his lap. I like it a lot. Thank you. Don't thank me, thank the grupchet. When you're back in it. A smile flashes on Sakusa's face just for a moment as he shakes his head, folding the jacket up neatly and resting it on the pillow next to him. He then crumples up the wrapping paper, placing it in the trash can next to his nightstand. Okay, one more thing. Atsuma's heart had slowed down once he was comfortable with Sakusa on the bed, but he can feel it quickly start back up again as his fingers brush the matte black box in his bag. He slowly pulls it out. Mentally preparing himself, he turns, smiles, and hands it to Sakusa. Sakusa takes it gingerly. He looks down quizzically at the box. Open it. Sakusa reaches down, gripping both sides of the box with 2 fingers and pulling it up. The lid slides off, and eventually departs from the box with a quiet pop. He moves the lid away and is met with a gold necklace, laid delicately along black velvet. He quickly looks back up at Atsumu. Atsumu lets out a nervous laugh. Hold on. He hunches back over, digging around in the bag and pulling out a rectangular box similar to Sakusa's own. He takes the lid off and reveals the silver, identical necklace. They're matching. So we can wear 'em all the time and it'll be, like, we're together or something. And, you can wear it while you're playing volleyball, too. If you want. He looks up to Sakusa. Do you like it? Sakusa glances between the 2 accessories, and then meets Atsuma's gaze. He moves the box off his lap, and immediately Atsumu is about to say something, panic and apologize for suggesting such a stupid idea, when a hand cups the left side of his face and he's pulled forward. Him and Sakusa's lips meet. Atsumu is taken aback, but instantly shuts his eyes, bringing his hand up to graze Sakusa's cheek and run his fingers through wiry hair. Sakusa tilts his head, his hand on Atsuma's face moving down to rest on the bridge between Atsuma's neck and shoulder. Before the kiss can deepen any further, Sakusa pulls away, and smiles. It's not a ghost or flash of a smile like Atsumu is used to seeing. It's a tight, genuine, long-lasting smile. Atsumu can feel the breath get knocked right out of him. Sakusa reaches down, unclipping the necklace and pulling it around his neck. He interlocks it and lets go, his hands falling down to his lap. He looks back up at Atsumu, grins wider. Of course I like it. He picks up the silver necklace, bringing it up to Atsuma's neck and clipping it around. He smiles as he glances between both of their necks and lets out a small laugh. These are so stupid. Atsumu fakes offense and scoffs as he lunges forwards, tightly gripping Sakusa into another hug. You put it on first. Doesn't mean it's not stupid. Neither of them take the necklaces off after that.
And that was the video. I hope you liked it. I was really rushing to make it. I started on Monday and just had to really do as much as I could each day between school and other projects. Nevertheless, it was a blast to make. I was able to expand the group chat a lot, so there's at least one person from almost every team in Haikyuu, which I think is really cool. My socials will be in the description. I'm especially active on Twitter now. I like to talk about what I'm working on and Haikyuu in general, so if you're ever interested in that type of stuff, feel free to check it out. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.